Hey guys, it is July 11th, and this is Kyle, or Vulcan Wolverine. Fellow TIs and non-TIs alike. I am making a video on this Monday to kind of just tell how my situation's going. It's not that bad today. I just went and spoke before the board of the condo to see if I'll be able to keep my dog. It seemed kind of promising. It seems like they may let me keep her, because there's a clause that says they can change rules, and if I get the right paperwork, I'm gonna try and get like a note from my psychiatrist saying I kind of need her like an emotional seeing eye dog. When a friend told me that I should maybe try that, and I was like, nah, it's kind of lying, but it's not, because I look at her and like I'll go pet her and stuff like that. And she really does, like with this stalking stuff, I look at her and I'll smile even when I'm in the worst pain or worst depression from this. I definitely have people in the condo above me. They've been pouring stuff in the toilets, and I think they have weapons because they have to have some kind of imaging equipment, above me. But the reason why I'm 100% sure now, and I was 100% sure before, but I kept wanting to not believe it, to believe that there were a lot of coincidences going on. But today I was on the conference call, and all throughout the conference call, like where my mom's bathroom is positioned, because there's two bathrooms in the condo, they kept flushing it was like high pressure water, and they would run this high pressure water, and then my pipes would shake. And they kept doing it. They would do it, it'd last for about 10 seconds, and then the pipes would shake. They'd wait about maybe 2 to 3 minutes, and just keep doing it. And so they've just kept doing it over and over and over again. So there are definitely people above me, which I may not be able to leave that condo. I need to find out who that is, because my mom bought that condo, and she's going to be living there, and that's I went upstairs to knock on their door, and I was just gonna introduce myself, make sure I wasn't making too much noise downstairs, and kind of ask them about the high pressure water and why it's shaking the pipes, and is my water doing that too. Then I kind of do it smart, but I just wanted to see who it was, because I know that they are involved. So then I could notice them if I see them outside of the condo walking around. Knock just 3 times normally, put my face in front of the keyhole thing so they could see me, and they didn't answer. And they are up there. I mean, they've been doing that for pretty much the whole day since I've woken up. So they didn't answer their door, and they are up there, which makes me just see these people as more introvert. They're introverted Satan worshipers. They're cowards. Unless you're really, really hurt and your brain has been microwaved and you're having trouble speaking, then they'll confront you. If it's something where you have health and you can speak to somebody, and clearly they won't confront you, because they're cowards. They're complete cowards, and mark me down for that. They are complete cowards, and worse. They're worse than that. But I did get on the conference call, and it was a pretty good conference call. A lot of people saying a bunch of useful stuff, just about kind of how they defend. And I got on Neil's conference call last night, which I love Neil's call, love Mike's call. A lot of people are saying that their targeting is just getting way worse and worse every day. Mine is too, but I want to tell you all this, and I don't know why it happened. I can't necessarily say it worked because of this or that. But last night, I got a hankering to just put that magnet. I have a 400 pull magnet right on my left eye. I just put it right on my left eye for about 3 hours. Just sat there for 3 hours. My mood got better. I was visualizing, good stuff in my mind that didn't seem to be, crammed in there and raped in there. It's like a release in my mind. I'm not sure if it was blocking some of the remote neural monitoring that they were doing externally. I'm not sure if I do have maybe a chip behind my eye in that area, and it was, kind of deactivating it or making the signal weaker. I'm not sure if my attackers wanted me to think that and went ahead and stopped attacking my head while I was doing that. I don't know what reason, but it did really help. So it could be 3 possibilities why it worked, but it did work. I felt like happy for a little while, and even kind of like laughy and funny. Then they did something horrible with imagery, to get me back to that place where a negative space, and that was after I took the magnet off. I will keep doing that and tell y'all how it's working. I do have a new defense that says it spreads out 2,000 feet, and it's supposed to be very powerful, and that's on the way. I was looking at my glasses. It looked like there was water on there, but it's just a reflection. It's on the way. It should be getting here. It's the 11th today. It says it's going to get here by the 13th. And I'm hoping that'll really work. Then I've actually what I did, and I've showed y'all in my hat. This is a hat from lessemf.com, and it has Silverel or Silverite, some kind of metal that blocks, these frequencies. In the inside of the hat, like the inside of it, you see where the brown part is? I've tucked away these little square hadron, and I've showed y'all this before, but I'll show it. My hair is terrible. I hate hats. If I can get this on tape. It's not, there it is. Little hadron square, and I've taped it in there. And right now I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 in there. I was gonna order 2 more. They're like $59, and they're pretty good. It says it has it has shungite in there, and then it has crystals. It has a lot, and then it puts out a Schumann resonance. It said when I was studying it, but it doesn't. You don't have to charge it. You just have to ground it once every month. So I'm not sure exactly how it works. I know it doesn't have anything electrical that it buffers out with an electrical source, but it has something in there that puts out the Schumann resonance. It has crystals around shungite. I was going to order 2, but I saw that if you ordered 3, you got 1 for free. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to put 4 more around here, because like on a video I said I'll never take away defenses to see if they're working anymore, because that's too dangerous for me. But I will add defenses to see if that works better. And when I take off this hat for long periods of time, they do hurt my head a lot more. So I don't know if it's a deterrence and they're going for other parts of the body because they think it's working. If it's working, but it does work, whatever way it works. So I've got some defenses on the way. The magnet thing really helped. It seems to be helping. The V2K is still really loud. The remote neural monitoring or remote neural imaging, when they can get it in there, it's bad. It's bad stuff. The worst imagery I've ever known of in life. And then my attackers are different. I've heard a lot of, and some of y'all's attackers may do this, so please comment. They'll remote neural monitor an image in my head, and since they are watching the remote neural monitoring, they'll remote neural image an image in there, and then they'll be like, look, look what he's thinking. And it's definitely not something that I'm thinking or would think, but they totally false flag it, where they're doing this and denying that they're doing it. I've heard other target individuals say that, like I had a friend who they remote neural monitoring them a lot, and they actually said, hey, we're remote neural monitoring this stuff into your head. But they don't do that to me. They act like it's, they're not doing anything. They're just visualizing what's going on in my visual cortex, which is horrible because this guy is so into the art of false flagging that almost like everything he does, he just blames on me. Like he'll microwave my face and be like, look at his eyes, look how crazy he looks. I look a little bit better today. I'm kind of hopeful about getting to keep my dog. I felt hot beams coming from upstairs. The problem is I'm on the bottom floor, and the beams are coming straight down because I'll feel it. I'll feel it above the side of my head. So they're coming straight down, and I have 8 floors above me, about 7 to 8 floors above me. So if they're coming straight down, they're coming through other people's condos, and that's another little piece of evidence of why I think that there's somebody above me. Today really clinched it. I'd heard them pouring stuff, in the toilet or in the water system, but now whatever they are doing in their bathroom is so loud when they turn on the water. It's like high pressure water. It shakes my pipes, and it's right above me. So they're definitely up there, and they've got to have imaging up there, so they've got to have weapons. And this is a condo that my mom owns, and she will be living in it, after they sell their house. So I've really got to find out who is up there, and I've got to go to management. I'm going to complain about, how it's so loud and shaking my pipes and stuff like that, and try and do it on that kind of level. I found that it's retarded that, I have to go and speak to the board about keeping a dog that's 40 pounds overweight of their weight limit. I really need the dog while I'm being murdered because she just really helps me. She is being kind of hurt by it. Her hearing is gone, but I don't have anybody to let her stay with. And I don't think I could live without her. I've lived with her for 7 years, and I've always been with her. I've always had her as my little puppy. She's my little baby. So if I don't know if they're not going to let me do that, I might start trying to, to get out of there. Maybe just hit the road or something like that. I do feel like, and I'm ending up my time at the charity. I'm going to do as much good work as I can and make as much money for our campaign that's supposed to make a lot of money. I'm going to really go in there and just give it my best shot with these new defenses, with the magnet therapy. I'm going to do it on both sides of my eyes. I feel like if there were a system of chips within me, they'd be strengthened, mostly in the head area, the teeth area, or the eye area, because I've heard a lot of people say they have chips behind their eyes. I've thought about it a lot, and I've come to the conclusion that my targeting did start in Texas when I was working at Dell. It definitely did start there. I was having pains in my jaw, in the back of my neck, no high-pitched sound. It was stuff that I attributed it to my Crohn's disease, or just something like just pains from my surgery, because my back was hurting from my surgery that I just got out of. But I had a manager that he wasn't my manager, but he worked in a cubicle next to my manager. He was an ex-Marine, and I think he was doing it to me. I would drive home in the afternoons from my job, and I would almost fall asleep immediately. So I think they were remote neural monitoring me and hitting me as far back as then. I'm not going to harp too much on it. Sorry about the little pun. I'm not gonna stick on that too much, because now I am where I am. But yeah, I think it was going on since about 2008, and I thought that it began in around the middle of 2010. And then, even though it started in the middle of 2010, I didn't know exactly what was going on until about the middle of 2012. So that's 5 years. I'm pretty sure that I was clueless that I was a target individual. 5 years. 2.5 years where I didn't even know I was being targeted by anyone. Then 2.5 years where I knew somebody was doing something to me, but I didn't know exactly how or why. And then after that 5-year period, it's been, me knowing that I'm in a program has been about 5 years. So if I add the time at Dell, it has been almost a decade. There's an Army license plate ahead of me. I don't know if you guys can see it. I get a lot of Army license plates because my main organizer is ex-Army. On the V2K right now, this morning I was talking about it and just like, telling them, animals have better instincts than them because they have something that's not in their brain, But when danger is around and when something's dangerous for our